Bom dia, tudo bem? Hoje é sábado, 20 de setembro, and awoke to this beautiful sunrise this morning. Hello, Jampa. Bom dia, Jampa. Can't beat that sunrise. It's 4:48 right now, so it's not even 5 o'clock, and couldn't quite read out here, but pretty darn close. Of course, they don't close the streets till 5, so where it's at 4:48, but before then, they're setting up a yellow tent down there. There's some kind of activity. There's always something going on, especially on the weekends, some race or competition or something. They'll shut down traffic really soon for the next 3 hours. And it'll be really quiet. Oh, you're going to hear more people's voices than you will hear cars. Anyway, that's a scoop for now. We got a busy day. We'll check back in a little bit. That's it. Time check. 9:12. I left here about 20 till. And that white car right there, that Volkswagen. I don't know what that dude's doing over there. The dude in the red shirt worked over at that kiosk. I saw him setting up chairs. He's been eyeing my white Volkswagen. But I can't believe I got that spot. I pulled right up and just boom, nothing there. And I had a couple back there I should have parked. But I gambled to the dice and that's what I got. So would I stay here again? Sure. Staff is great. Location's great. Great view of Pontes. I think there's some new erosion over there. Anyway, I'm done. Everything's packed. Well, yeah, everything's packed. In my backpack, I got some lunches, some snacks, some chips and things. Otherwise, it's been real, and we're heading out to Lucena. So we'll check back on the road. Ate Jampa. Nossa Senhora da Guia. I was here last year about this time, and they're doing some construction here. I don't know what's going on in the bank, but you can look out. That's the Tipa Cabedelo. There's a ferry that runs back and forth through Lucena there. There's Fortaleza, Santa Catarina, maybe. There's the beginning of the Trans-Amazonica Highway, BR-230. There's some refineries. That's a very Tipa Cabedelo there. And I think this is Rio Paraíba, but they're doing some construction here, which is probably a good thing. And there's a service or something going on. All right, just getting to the outskirts of Lucena. I don't know if it's a village, city. They don't do the township thing here. There's a fairly large supermercado on the left up here. I'm gonna go straight to the Posada and see if Jose is there. He said it was ready immediately this morning. We'll see. I wasn't banking on it. It's only 5 to 11, and not officially. Well, I wasn't planning on it being ready till noon, so we'll see. An hour's an hour. All right, that's it. These speed bumps, if you're not paying attention, man, they will wreck you, and they will wreck your car, and they will wreck everything inside. All right, that's it. Seja bem-vindo, Casa Branca in Lucena. So Jose just left. He said that they're putting asphalt down here. He's not particularly happy about this. Definitely lots more construction, improvements, new things here. They're building up. Not just here, but the city in general, or town in general. The pool's new. He cut down that giant bougainvillea from last year, which it was getting overgrown. Sounds like there's some guests over that side. I see people over there, which was different from last year. I think I'm here about the same time that I was last year. He did some minor tweaks. The TV's new, which is really cool. So there's 3 bedrooms, 1, 2, and then 2 baths. That's a full bath. I've got a full bath, but you can sleep obviously more people than that. Out back is just huge. We already fed the little turtle. He's not sure if it's a boy or a girl, but we mashed up some dog food, got it wet, and he popped out, ate some, and now he's sleeping again. He seemed to say that one of the turtles died, which is really sad. Looks like that mango tree is still there. So we got some people staying there. Let's see if... Oh, that little lizard. I think I remember seeing a lizard last year. Oh, he's got probably maybe a hammock up there, that lizard. Yeah, bathrooms. Maybe a hammock or something back here, I'm not sure. No, sad though. But this little backyard, yeah, there's a little lizard right there. He's scurrying. Big bike. Oh, he put a big fogao, a big grill, churrasco out in the front area there too. So yeah, if you've got a big family, lots of people, this really is a cool place, especially if you got kids with the pool or whatever. I don't care about that. You got the Atlantic Ocean literally 300 feet away. This used to be an old restaurant, and this is where they would take orders and things like that. But I'll be here for the next few days. After visiting here for the first time last year, I fell in love. So, all right, I'll tell you.
490 next to the blue house, if you're looking on the map. Hippie van? I don't know. Someone's setting something up there. These tents are new. They weren't here last year. Yeah, there's always some metal detector people. That's kind of a niche thing. There's lots of colorful stuff. What's going on? This is interesting. This stuff wasn't here last year. You know, a difference a year makes. That's that gross drainage area where those beach horses were drinking from last year. There's no one out here right now. Some fishermen. It's pretty. I've not actually checked the tide charts, although I think low tide was like at 9:30 and it's like 12:02. So tide's on the rise. You can see where high tide is. We got lots of extra beach now. I remember this beach being just a little bit silty and kind of clayey and like very fine grained particles. Yeah, those tents are new. I wonder if they're that restaurant up there. I don't know. Very swimmable for sure. Walk of Moses, the famous fish place. Yeah, lots more umbrellas and chairs this year. Must be people moving in. Although water clarity is actually quite good. You can see it's kind of ashy gray, kind of sediment. The better beaches are north of here. We'll probably go for a walk. I don't know if I do it later today or tonight or tomorrow. I made it out there last time. I can see a few people down there. It's the most people I've ever seen here before. Good to be back in Lucena. Good to be back. So this is Town Square, actually. Yes, it's Town Square. Even though it's a Saturday, stuff really doesn't open up till like 6-ish or so. This is where I'll be dining somewhere here this evening. Probably a burger or a dog or something like that. All your traditional favorites here. It occurred to me last year we were here on a weekday and these things were all closed. There really wasn't any. There was maybe 1 or 2 vendors last year. Maybe tonight there'll be more. And that explains why there's more services on the beach today. It is a Saturday, so that's going to be the day they can maybe make some money. We'll see how different it looks like tonight when we come back. This is my street. I'm right down there, actually. There's the green little hut, all that earth. These guys were open last year. This is just a stagnant pool of just gross, disgusting water. But the horses don't mind. Yeah, those were not here last Saturday, or last year. And here's the fishermen. Hola, señor pescador. Must be tonight's dinner. I saw a cat here last year, too. Pretty quiet.
depende da quantidade de preto que existe. Se você quiser mais boi, se não treinar, camarão,
This is cool. It's some little cultural hut. I saw on the outside, I forget the name of it, but clearly it's dedicated to local fishermen and what they do here. This is super cool. Wow. All the tools of the trade. I probably shouldn't touch it, but this is closed during the day. We've got some music setting up down there. It's 8:22 and really it's kind of just starting now. Oh, this is a whole navial or barso, not barso. I don't know, little ship. Fishing net up here. This is cool. This town just came alive on a Saturday, even in low season. Well, that was fun. It was busy. It was busy. Even by September standards, it was busy, which is, really low season here. Music too. That was crazy. These guys shut down just about 5 or 6 or so. But the Praça, as small as it is, was definitely a little hub of activity. Things change quickly here. They did in Jampa also. Fun times. Fun times here in Lucena. Alright, that's it. It is definitely dark here down at the beach. You can see some stars. And proper night lapse. Definitely dark down here at the beach, but there's people out here. There's people in the street, there's people still rolling up in the square. What a difference a weekday versus a weekend makes. This is really something. I'm impressed. People out on the beach, yeah. How cool.